Hello students, in the previous videos we were discussing our chapter the life process, and we already completed the transport system, respiratory system and the nutrition in the animals in the plants. Okay, means the digestive system, we all these three systems we completed. Now we are going to start with the next and the last system of the chapter as that excretory system. Okay, means the excretion in animals or the plants. Okay, now let me clear you first what is the excretion means the removal of the toxic means unwanted waste. For you know that for any of the activity we need energy, and when we are utilizing energy, then we are releasing the large amount of the toxic material. So these toxic materials, when are being removed out for the body of the organism, is known as excretion. Got it? Now here today we will first discuss the excretion in human beings. We know that human being is the biological organism, so it means the excretion is also the biological process which involves the removal of harmful metabolic waste. Metabolic waste means whatever the activities we are doing, metabolic activities that is involving the waste product, some of the waste product is being excreted, and this is being excreted out of the body. Understood? Now here the human excretory system has the following main organs. The first one, we have the one pair of kidney we are having, means two kidney are there. One, the long tube like structure, it is called ureter, and this bag like structure, that is called bladder, and this the opening through which the urine is being excreted out, that is called urethra. The first we will discuss here kidney. It is the structure of the kidney. Human kidney is a bean shaped structure. You might have seen at your home also, the beans are there. So the kidney are the same structure. When you open the beans of the two beans, then it will exactly show this type of the structure. So the kidney is a bean shaped structure which is being divided into two parts. The outer part, it is called cortex, and the inner, that is having these types of the lines, is called the medulla. Understood? Now in the kidney, with the help of the renal artery, the blood enters into the kidney. Clear? The blood enters into the kidney, and with the help of the renal vein, the blood is being excreted out, means move out from the kidney. It will again move to the body. And here we have the urethra. After the filtration in the blood in the kidney, means kidney used to filter the blood. After the filtration of the blood in the kidney, that blood is being passed through the ureter to the urinary bladder and finally out of the body. One thing. Second thing, kidney is made up of the small functional units. Clear? It is having the millions of the functional units, and we call these units nephron. The structure of nephron we'll discuss in the other class. Thank you. Hello students. In the previous class we started our topic excretion in the human beings, and in that class we already discussed the kidney part. Okay, now the next part is the ureter, bladder and the urethra. These we are going to discuss in this class. Okay, now let me start first. What is ureter? I told you that the ureter, when after the filtration of the blood in the kidneys, through the ureter the blood is being passed. These ureters are the tube like structure that is being moving out of the kidney, and through the ureter the blood is being collected into the bladder. Now what is bladder? It is the bag like structure. It is the bag or the sac like structure in which the blood is being temporarily stored. Understood? Until we are not moving for the toilet to excrete out, till then the blood is being urine is being stored here. Understood? After this, the third part, it is the urethra. Urethra is the part through which the urine is being excreted out, and it is being passed out of the body. Understood? This is called the urethra. Now in the previous class I told you that the kidney is made up of the number of the functional unit. We call it nephron. So it is the structure of the nephron. The first part of the nephron, it is having this cup like structure. This cup like structure is called the Bowman's capsule. Understood? This cup like structure we call it Bowman's capsule. Now in this Bowman's capsule, the blood comes out with the help of the renal artery. It is a dirty blood coming with the waste material with the help of the renal artery, and it is making here the bunch or the group of the arteries, and we call it glomerulus. Understood? Now after this, here after the filtration, some amount of the filtration will occur here. After this, one part of the glomerulus will move out to this tubule. Clear? Now this U-shaped tubule is called the Henle's loop, and this glomerulus blood capillary that is been coming out from the woman's capsule is surrounding this Henle's loop, where the selective reabsorption of the waste material will takes place, and finally the clean blood after filtration will be passed again with the help of the renal vein into the body. Now what about the waste material? The waste material is called the urine, and this urine is being collected in the duct that is called the collecting duct. Got it? Now this collecting duct is being attached to the ureter and finally urinary bladder, and it is passed out of the body. Is it clear? Now one more most important thing, that collecting duct I show here, the so many openings are there. Now these openings are the means the one collecting duct can be connected to the number of the nephrons. It doesn't mean that one nephron will have only one collecting duct. The number of the nephrons can have the number of the collecting duct. Now this part that is coming out of the woman's capsule is called the proximal convoluted tubule, means PCT, and that is being entering into the collecting duct is called the DCT, means distal convoluted tubule. This is the structure of the nephron. It's very important structure. Okay. Hello students, in the previous classes we were discussing the life process chapter, and today in so many life processes we already discussed: digestion, respiration, excretion, transportation. So many we had discussed. Now today we are going to wind up our chapter with the last topic of the chapter, that is renal failure. Renal, you know the word renal is related to our kidney. Yeah, renal word is related to our kidney. So we'll discuss in the last topic the renal failure, means the kidney failure. Clear? Now what does the kidney failure means? When the kidney is not working properly and we are suffering from the high blood pressure, high sugar, or the blood flow in the kidney is not proper, it means the functioning of the kidney will stop, or it will be not be proper. This not proper functioning of the kidney, or stopping of the functioning of the kidney, is called the kidney failure. Is it clear? Now we have the two methods to two solutions, you can say. We can for the when the kidney is not working, if there is a kidney failure in the human being, so we can face it with the two methods. The first one is the transplantation method, and the second one is the dialysis. Transplantation is the method in which when the kidney is completely stop working, then there is no other option except the transplantation. Is it clear? The second one is dialysis. Dialysis means the kidney is not working properly, it is not completely not stop working, but it is not working properly. Then at the periodic, means after 2 or 3 days in a week, we have the kidney dialysis. Dialysis means in this process the blood is being cleaned, which the kidney used to clean the blood. When the kidney is not able to clean the blood properly, then it is being cleaned by the artificial method. There means you in this method, the waste product that is being present in the blood after the number of the life process, that is the waste product that is being released into the blood, it is being cleaned out by the artificial method, that is called hemodialysis. Got it? Now it is done with the help of the machine that is called dialyzer or dialysis machine. In this machine we have one chamber. In the chamber we have the tubes like this. These are the semi permeable tubes. Clear? Selectively permeable these are, and these tubes are being surrounded by the solution. Clear? This is the solution that containing the glucose and the salt that is being required by the body, means the dialysing solution is being present. Got it? Now the one of the tube is one part of the tube is being connected with the artery, and the other part is being connected with the vein. Firstly, through with the artery, the blood with the high pressure, here the pump is being connected with the high pressure, the blood will be entered into the chamber. With the help of the selectively permeable membrane, the waste product will be excreted out in the chamber only, and the useful product in with the help of the tube is being released again into the body. Clear? With the help of the renal vein. Is it clear? This is the dialysis process. One more important thing, before releasing out of the blood from the body, the first thing, the anticoagulant is being released into the blood, so that the blood cannot coagulate as it reaches outside of the body. Is it clear? This is all about this chapter. Thank you.